The legacy of Archbishop Rummel High School is deeply tied to the Roth family. In football, Easton Roth came to Rummel in 1970. As an assistant coach, became the head coach. Jay Roth became an outstanding quarterback at Rummel. Randy Roth followed him in that capacity. And, of course, Jay Roth came back to his alma mater to be the head coach, where he served in that capacity for 24 years, but no more. He's gone. See you later, buddy. Congratulations on what you've done here. It's been a phenomenal job.
Thank you. Rummel means so much to me, and it's been a great 24 years coaching, with the staff and the players. I said when I got the job, Kenny, I said if I can find some capable assistant coaches, which I've more than found those, and have some players, we could have success at Rummel, and it's been that way for 24 years.
You got here and you saw that it was a program that needed to be reestablished was the right word, I think, because George Ryan was a good man who had a couple of good years. Mark Martin, Joe Burkell, good men. Joe only stayed 1 year. Mark, a really good man. But you thought this could be that job. Why did you think that? And in retrospect, why were you right?
Well, looking what it was like in the 70s under Don Pratt, my father, and coaching against Rummel when I was a Jesuit in Shaw, realizing how much talent they had on the other sidelines, I thought it could be done here. I didn't think it would be 24 years, I'm very lucky. To think you've been at one school for 24 years, and especially in a Catholic school in New Orleans at Archbishop Rummel. Very, very lucky.
You think back about all the accomplishments, it took a long time to win that state championship. I would imagine that first one had to be the most special moment here.
Well, probably, beating Shaw for that first time, that was very special because you knew you've accomplished something. You finally got a chance to beat Hank Tierney after 15 years. That was our first district championship. State championship was never a goal. It was, back in the day, you were lucky to get in the playoffs. It took the first two. And if you had a Final 8 team or a Final 4 team, it was a successful year. But definitely those state championships were the crowning point.
When that final second ticked off against Barb, it was special for us upstairs with your dad there with us, and there were some real emotions there. It was special on the field.
Oh, that was true emotion, because I never thought I'd act like a fool and run all over the field and jump on people, but I did. The second one, you just walked on the field and shook hands. But that first one, you literally acted like a fool and jumped on, tackled people, and it was true emotion. It was hard to believe.
A lot of bitter moments. Coaches always tell you they remember the bitter moments more than the great moments. And when you think about those, going undefeated and, in that 2014 season, getting to the semifinals and having to play a rematch with Jesuit, that one had to sting. Certainly the loss to Catholic in the Dome had to sting as well. And even your last game against Catholic had to sting.
I think the loss to Catholic in the state championship stung. That hurt. Losing what a very, very talented football team. That was a really talented football team, and to get beat on the last play of the game in the Dome, that one hurt. You remember that one?
Yeah, I remember them all pretty well. When you think back about players, well, first of all, of course, I know you very well. So you named your son after one, and you retired a number here. Would Craig Stelz be the most special player that you've ever had?
He was one of the great ones, that's for sure. But over 24 years, man, I look at the guys that come through here. We've had some great football players, and they just weren't All-Americans or two-time All-Staters. We had some great high school football players that never played again. And I'm looking forward to sitting back and having people come by and visit and relive those years, because I really do enjoy visiting with former players.
As you look back on your legacy, 12 Catholic League titles in 24 years, that's 50%. Last time I checked with the math I learned at this place, by the way. That's pretty good. Obviously, you value this league greatly, and to be recognized as the winningest coach in this league's history has to be something you take away very proudly.
Well, I never even knew who the winningest coach was, so it got close, and then you realize it's a guy like Bobby Conlon. Gee whiz, a guy like Bobby Conlon, here you are. You got to play against him, coach against him, and then there was a record there. Because of the great staff I had and the players, the wins mounted over the years, and before you know it, you were at this level. That other great coaches have been in this league. And the Catholic League is special. It has great lore not only in the city of New Orleans, but in the state of Louisiana, and I'm very proud to be a part of it.
You have a really good team coming back next year. How hard was it to walk away considering the talent level you have coming back next year?
Coach Monica has a very talented team coming back next year. Not me. It wasn't hard, Kenny. I knew it when that field going through the uprights and we were finished at Catholic. I knew I'd coach my last game, And, I think for those players coming back and to have Nick taking over, I think it's just a great match. The cupboard's not bare, and neither is the coaching talent here.
And that was my next question as we wrap things up, was Nick Monica. How difficult a choice was this for you? How easy a choice was this for you to simply recommend promoting him?
It was easy. There was nobody else I even thought about. We didn't interview nobody, didn't open it up to anybody. I saw Nick coach this year. I saw him from the other side of the field, and I was like jealous. I said, man, look at this guy commanding respect of the players. Look at the drills he's doing. Look at them making better. Look at the discipline he's instilling in his defense. And that's going to carry over as a head coach to a team. And he was a very important part of this year's success and over the last 14 years.
And you'll be a sounding board for him, much like Phil Greco was for you, right?
Oh, well, I told Nick I'm here till he's finished with baseball, I'm here till he's finished with baseball, and I will help him in any way possible.
Yeah, and you had Phil Greco, who coached the game. That was important to you because he understood what you were going through. Nick Monica has that with you now.
Nick has it with me. He has it with his father. Nick's friends with a lot of good coaches in the area. And I truly believe he's prepared himself for this point. He might not say he has, but I think he's prepared himself for this job all throughout.
Still a great place and a great job in your mind?
Best. It's the best job in the city, Kenny. I've always, I've had chances to leave, and I said, if I leave here for something outside of Rummel for 2 years, and then what do I do when I don't have a job? I can't get this job back, It was a no-brainer to be here, and this is where I hope to finish, this is where I hope to finish my work career.
Raider for life?
Raider for life, Raider pride.
Congratulations, Jay.
Thank you, Kenny.